Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Alright, time to smash some things. You gotta remember, my deck has a ton of 2-cost cards, a fair amount of 4-cost. The only things I've got duplicates of are Death's Bite and a Weaponsmith. Arathi, whatever. The Smith makes the weapon. The little one, but it's kind of free-ish.
Geralt versus Gul'dan.
Okay. Well, this should be interesting as I try and kill him and he tries to just barely not kill himself. This hand is slow as hell for this deck. I should actually pitch both of these in hopes of getting 2-cost things. I might regret pitching the Execute. I don't have an extra Execute, but for early game, it's not so great. I don't know how this is going to work out. This is mostly going to get rushed down. Like, that's not helpful for him. Seems kind of silly to coin out the owl to silence that guy, although it would stop 2 damage, and then I would have an owl out, which could maybe kill him. It seems so silly. But I do have another 2-minute play. On the other hand, if I could wait till turn 3 to use the coin, I could coin out a Yeti, which seems much smarter overall. I might take a beating in the meantime, though. I'm not sure I like it. It's just unfortunate how, like, the 3-2 stats work out. Having a first turn 2-1 stops me from playing the Knife Juggler, pretty much. And now, that can kill my owl, which is awesome. So I could coin him out, but together they'd... or her out, I should say. Together they would kill her, so that doesn't help much. I think we're going to stay the course here. We're going to just armor up. A small and, frankly, crappy turn. But hopefully, as I start spamming out 4-cost stuff, we'll gain some ground. Although my opponent keeps playing good things, which is unfortunate. So I've got lots of cards left, but my opponent can get more cards, and has been playing only good things. So Arathi Weaponsmith might be a really good choice, if not for the taunt. The weapon's not big enough to kill this, so it's kind of silly. I can do that next turn. The Warden might stop a bunch of damage.
No.
Because he stops this guy pretty dead. And altogether they only deal 5. So you know what? I might actually coin out... This would be the second time I've done it this run. Coining out a Mogushan Warden does not seem like a strong play. But if I put out the Yeti, together they can kill the Yeti. Whereas the Warden can probably survive the turn. Or take a whole bunch of resources to get rid of, and then I still just drop a Yeti. Or, if this guy were to take 1 point of damage for some reason, like attacking this, then I could play the Weaponsmith. That's unfortunate. It's a fairly elegant solution to my giant taunt guy. Aw, you got the coil too, so you don't have to take 1 damage on him? Just take me off. 1 damage on this guy. Just attacking with him would have been fine, because then I could play him and kill that. Now it's not as nice. Alright, I think this is probably a crummy play. I could save these guys for the Warsong Commander, but she's going to work okay with some stuff. I'm thinking I want to silence this guy. Although, silencing him is pretty tempting. But they could still kill all my guys that I have right now, so... Oh, this is so dumb. I don't like this play at all.
I wonder.
If I play him, I can't do anything useful because the stupid Void... Because he had the Moral Coil, the stupid Void Walker wouldn't hit my guy and take 1 damage. That's all I wanted. No, if I silence him, there's a lot less damage out there, but I don't know how much better it works out for me. Silencing that means 1 less thing I have to kill. So.
Put this apple on your head.
How to decide. I guess this can't kill him anymore if I get that, although he can still kill the owl, so it doesn't do me that much good. No, we'll just get that. Do an unhelpful 1 damage to him, okay. That was probably a mistake. He certainly has more power to make things go wrong over the long term. But another 3 hit point taunt just to thwart my crappy weapon from him. Yes, I could play the heroic strike and get rid of it, but the point was to be efficient. It's not working out. Cruel Taskmaster. So if I played her, I could Cruel Taskmaster, kill that, and then attack that, and then he would still be alive. Now the bear would obviously kill my Warsong Commander. Alternatively, I could just play the Weaponsmith and kill that, but wouldn't kill the raid leader. But it would be saving my Warsong Commander, which could be good. Works out poorly for the mana, but yeah, okay, let's do this. It's about time.
Try this.
I'm going to draw more weapons, they'll all get clogged up. This is not going as planned at all. It's amazing how the 1 extra hit point on that Voidwalker is just thwarting the crap out of me. He's drawing cards every turn because I'm not putting any pressure on him. Now putting pressure on himself. And he's going for face. Awesome. I'm thinking the Warsong Commander is coming out now. Because we go like this. And like this. And like this. And do I knock the bubble off of her? My health is pretty low. But if I don't knock the bubble off of her, she will still have a bubble, and that might be unfortunate for me. I think I'm going to. Maybe silly. Taking an extra point of damage I didn't have to, sort of, but I don't have an abundance of taunt. I used my taunt already. Opponent is healing like crazy, which explains part of the card drawing madness, but just makes sense. So I could buff her with him, and I get that kill. I'm going to do that. I could still play the Bloodsail Raider first, use it to kill that. Or I could play the Wolf first, use it to kill that, because then I would have a Wolf, and I could still have a chance of getting her huge with a weapon. I do really need to keep the board clear from now on, though, pretty much, because I have no hit points. I need to be armoring up as much as I can, and I've been needing to do things. Wow, this Warlock has a lot of healing, and therefore is getting a billion cards for, like, nothing. And that could be a problem. They obviously intend to buff things at different points. So, could play the Yeti, which has somehow sat in my hand forever, even though the plan was to coin out a Yeti initially. Just did not work out that way. I think he's got to kill that, although it will make him vulnerable to that thing, unfortunately. But then, if I have Wrathy Weaponsmith, I can kill that. I can play her as a 4/3. So that all is working out pretty okay.
Try this. Done.
I'm going to do that and armor up. So, I have a lot of sources of damage out. One Hellfire will just totally defeat me. I will just lose. I am not going to win if a Hellfire comes out. Shadow Flame, hey, just as good. It actually hurts me less, sort of, but really, really bad. Did he not attack before doing that? I didn't have a taunt out, did I? That was just kind of silly. But it doesn't matter because he's got me so schooled at this point. In this particular case, I'm sure there was no point in attacking with that. It would do half his damage. I would still have to hit him with something else. Theoretically, I could get a weapon next turn and could use this to finish him and need my weapon for something else, but... Oh, that's no good. Wow, really? I guess I should... Well, I don't know if I should have hit him anyway, because it would take the damage, but... What a mess. No much inventor. You invent me a solution to my problems? I bet you can't. My problems are a little bit too severe. I think we're going to play this in armor. I don't think I'm going to heroic strike that. Am I? Because I could kill this, but it's probably going to make matters worse, if anything. I gotta kill it I gotta kill it at some point, though. I guess really I should heroic strike that thing. This is so bad. Let's find out what the bad news is. Nothing! Yes! Game is not as over as it could have been. Though probably still fairly over. So here's the thing. My life is really low, but this Demolisher feels like it would help me more than 2 more armor. So I'm gonna do it. As usual, I'm probably wrong. My opponent can easily still draw a card every turn. He's gained like as much life as he's spent, pretty much. You kill that, so it's not a Hellfire. That's getting a little bit hurtful at this point. Now my forces can't deal with that worth a damn. So we're on target was nice. So we're going to armor up. And I guess we're going to Baron Geddon. We're going to hit that guy and see what happens, because what else am I going to do? This way I've got something out there. Shadow Bolts, Mortal Coil. Soulfire. Shadow Bolt. Confused. You know he doesn't hurt himself, right? What the fudge? I am most confused. But we will put out a Spectral Knight. Take a little damage, Spectral Knight. It's okay. You do know Baron Geddon doesn't hurt himself, right? Am I actually going to win this? No, I can still lose it. I can still totally lose it. Why didn't you play him before him? There's been a lot of weirdness going on here. Death's Bite. Death's Bite means I win. Hate that when it doesn't line up properly with the depth. I feel like that game should have been a loss, because it was totally going my opponent's way for quite a while, was my perception. Now, they did make several misplays, which leads me to believe maybe they weren't, like, exactly top caliber and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I should have lost that game. There were several parts, though, where there was just, like, an obviously better move. If my opponent did things in the wrong order, or, like, you know, didn't attack with the 3-3 before Shadow Flaming him. I'm sure I didn't have a taunt, so that would have been, like, 3 free damage. And then played the Undertaker after the Death Rattle guy. Seemed a little odd. Do I pitch the Dark Iron Dwarf in hopes of getting something else cheaper? Because the Direwolf is a great 2-mana card, but it's not a great second turn play. I'm going to regret this. Early game Demolisher never seems to work out the way I want it to, but theoretically, if it comes down and the board is screw you, stupid squelching problems. Theoretically, if the board is relatively clear and you drop a Demolisher, really increases your board control. Not only does your opponent have nothing out, but there's a good chance that whatever they do put out will take damage, like, right away. So, we'll play a Knife Juggler and hit for 2, because this priest only... like, this is early enough in the game, there's a limit to how much the priest can do. You can Shadow Word Shadow Word Pain him, or you can Holy Smite either one of them. I guess you could Holy Smite both of them with 2 cards. I would think that one of these guys is going to survive the turn, though. And they're pretty good guys. They're my guys. Okay, so that has a negative impact on them for sure. I can not do a whole lot of good, actually. Trading this to kill that if I do 1 damage from this, from the Knife Juggler, it's not really going to work out too well. I could put down the Direwolf Alpha, and then trade that for sure, but probably the 1 damage will be wasted, and yeah, it's not going to work out right. I think we're just going to drop the Demolisher and do some damage. Should I kill that? If I kill that, it can't heal. I mean, I'm losing more forces then, but since it hit in the right place, I'm going to do that. I mean, obviously this is going to kill him. But then maybe I'll end up with a Demolisher controlling the board, like I said. It never happens. It always seems like it's a good idea. It's, you know, it's tough. Like, it sort of does, it's sort of a 3/4 for 3 mana. And it has many advantages over an actual 3/4. It has disadvantages too, obviously, because it's random, but, you know, okay, it is still out. So that's good. So let's do some offense now. He can't Holy Nova me yet, so let's get him while we can. In the race, I've got the early game cards. I've done a little early damage. I've got, like, he's got all the cards. So as long as he can regain control of this, like, 1 Holy Nova will devastate my forces pretty hard. Shadow Madness will also be bad, although he does lose attack when you steal him, you know. Okay, it did get rid of the Demolisher. Shadow Madness is so good. I don't know if that was the best one ever. I would have been tempted to steal him and kill this, for example. I don't know. But that you did get rid of that thing, so good for you. Wow, this guy is pretty annoying. I'm actually thinking of playing a Spiteful Smith first, because I might get the Death Spite working with that. So, whoops, let's play him on the correct side. Duh. And we have inflicted a ton of damage now, and now a Holy Nova would, yeah, like, kill 2 of them. It's probably not his plan, because he might not have used the Shadow Madness if that was his plan. But now it would damage him, which would give me the +2 weapon attack, so this would come down and deal 6 damage. I'd be crushing his face. Getting rid of that thing is helping, because it's done a lot of damage for its 2 mana. I'm still just trying to figure out if he knew the Demolisher would lose the attack when he stole it, or if he forgot that. I forget things like that sometimes, for sure. It is easy to do. So, I could play Death Spite, kill that, hit for 7, and have all my minions not lose health. Or, I could play Death Spite, I could hit that with him. He would go down to 3 health, so he'd be much more vulnerable. Then hit for 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'd be hitting for 2 more damage, and of course Death Spite would still have 2 extra attack for next turn, potentially. It's tricky. Could also play him to draw a card. You know, I have full health. Let's save this as more of a surprise, because it's not going to kill him right away. I play this, I draw a card, I might be able to cast it. If not, okay, well that's somewhat redundant. We're just going to go for face, though. Hit him in the face. Because this is going to need some serious help to deal with this army right now. Even this plus Holy Nova will not kill him. Will probably make things worse. So, I think this player just had a really bad hand or something. They got blocked with like the expensive cards. That's my best guess. Okay. Do you not know that you're dead? Because you're dead.
Hey, give me a minute.
One of the things that I've found is usually my warrior decks in the arena don't get enough weapons. Having weapons is good, eh? Deathbite is super good. So that was probably a short video, but wins is wins. So, yeah. Take that, other people. Anyway, that went so smoothly that you just know it won't be as smooth next time. Put the hammer down on that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.